Umar Nurmagomedov is going to be taking out the trash as he's taking on Merab in the co-main event of the Islam Makhachev versus Arman Tsarukyan fight at UFC 311. And this is a fight that I really kind of was expecting to happen for him for the last number of months, especially since it was kind of the only fight really to make at bantamweight, considering Umar came off that Corey Sandhagen, which a lot of people thought he needed kind of one more, especially since you had like the Figueiredo versus Yam fight happen not too long ago. People kind of thought, oh, maybe Umar should have fought that guy, maybe Umar should have waited. But we're here now, and I'm kind of happy they made this fight, to be quite honest with you, because I think Umar Nurmagomedov is going to be able to shut down Merab's game. I'm going to break down why. So, we'll start with Merab. Okay, I haven't been exactly the biggest Merab fan on this channel. I think he's fucking boring. I think his fight style is everything wrong with the UFC. And I think this dude is actually just one of the worst champions in UFC history, to be quite honest with you. I think the way he's able... Let's look at his fights, okay? Let's look at his fights. So, he just beat Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley was on an absolute tear. He was hot. He's fucking one of the fan favourites within the sport the last few months. He went in there, held him down, held him up against the cage, got the win. Yeah, who cares? Henry Cejudo, Peter Yan, Jose Aldo. They're kind of all similar wins, okay? Cejudo, he just wrestled and won. Peter Yan, he wrestled and won. Jose Aldo was the kind of one that started the hate train of Merab. Like, he was literally one of the goats of the sport, Jose Aldo. Still is. And people, you know, hate Mario Batista for the performance he gave, yet Merab literally did the exact same thing. And he snitched on Aldo as well. Aldo was like, please don't tell anyone, this is my last fight, I'm gonna do it. Merab was like, okay, I won't tell anyone. And then went ahead in the media and just told everyone. Like, the dude's just a fucking dickhead. And I really feel like Umar is gonna have something that Merab has never seen before. And that's the ability to be able to counter wrestle towards his grappling. Now, a lot of people are gonna look at the Henry Cejudo fight. I want to make it clear, okay? All these Olympic gold wrestlers and D1 wrestlers, as much as that is a huge advantage to you, wrestling and MMA are two different sports for a very good reason. It's like boxing and MMA, okay? Henry Cejudo and all these Olympic gold medals, like I said, they have no ability to be able to hold people down, okay? Because when you get them down in wrestling, you pin them, you get back up and you scramble again. They ain't got to worry about elbows. They ain't got to worry about submission threats. They ain't got to worry about nothing like that, okay? It's totally different. Now, it is a great fundamental to have, and wrestling is probably the most important attribute in MMA, but you need MMA wrestling. You need to be able to defend yourself from elbows. You need to be able to defend yourself from submission threats. Getting someone down and getting submitted straight away isn't good, is it? No. Okay? And I feel like this is where Umar is really going to shine, to be honest with you. I think Umar is going to be, like, let's say Merab gets Umar up against the cage. I really see Umar being able to just counter wrestle him, get him up against like a trip or a sweep. And I think he has the ability to hold Merab down in certain areas to where he's going to be able to win the rounds that way. I don't see Umar just holding him down the whole time. Okay, I don't see him going in there, getting a takedown and holding Merab down for the whole round. Like Merab did with O'Malley kind of towards the end. I really don't see that happening. I just think Umar is way better on the feet as well. Not to say Merab's... Listen, I shit on Merab, okay? But he's got decent level striking. And he's one of the greatest bantamweights ever. Like Sean O'Malley, Henry Cejudo, Peter Yan, Jose Aldo, Cody Statman, Marlon Moraes, John Dodson, Casey Kenny. Like, this is one of the best resumes in fairness. And it's hard to deny him. It is hard to deny him. But I just think his fight style is so fucking boring. And it's such a shit way to win a fight. Okay? He just has the best cardio in UFC history. That's why he's able to win these fights, okay? Umar showed no signs to me that he's going to slow down when he fought Corey Sandhagen. I really think Corey Sandhagen's the only fight you can really go off to be able to compare this fight, simply because Corey's the only high-level opponent that Umar has fought. If you look at the resume, he hasn't really fought anyone else, okay? He's only 5-0 in the UFC, which isn't exactly a lot. You know what I mean? Or 6-0, sorry. Considering Kevin Holland fought, I think, 5 times in 1 year before. And Umar's fought 6 times. And he's pulled out of, who knows, I think he's pulled out more fights than he has had fights in the UFC. The dude's just kind of a liability at this point, you know what I mean? He's meant to be fighting Jack Shore, Nathaniel Wood, people like that. He hasn't fought fucking no one apart from Corey Sandhagen. He pulled out with Corey the first fight as well. I like Umar in this fight because I feel like his striking distance is better than Merab's. I do think Merab's striking at range is quite good, but I think Umar really proved that in the Corey Sandhagen fight. He beat Corey from striking, which is something I didn't expect and no one else expected. Corey has one of the best defensive wrestlings in the sport. Okay, and he showed that because Umar was not able to hold him down. He was getting in insane scrambles and he was able to get back to his feet. I feel like Umar can pick Merab at range at moments, and I feel like whenever Merab shoots in, even if he gets him down, he's not going to be able to hold Umar down. Merab has no control time. Okay, I know he held down O'Malley, but look at the Yan fight. He didn't hold Yan down at all. You know, he had the most takedowns in UFC history, failed takedowns. You know, he got a record for being a failure. Anyway, he won't be able to hold Umar down. I feel like Umar has had such a dominant performance against Corey, and I know he's kind of had like questionable performances before, but I really feel that this could be like Makhachev, where Makhachev had a few questionable performances in the past, but then went in there and just fucking destroyed Charles Oliveira. Okay, this dude, you know, hasn't had the opportunity to show it. The one time he did, he 50-45'd Corey Sandhagen. Okay, that was on the judges' scorecard, even though it was a close fight. He 50-45'd him. I rewatched that fight the other day. I really like Umar's ability to be able to keep at range and get away from distance. I really feel like if you're going to have a chance to beat Umar, you really need to be like an Omani where you're just going to pick at range and strike him. Or even like a Yan who has good takedown defense and can strike at range as well. Not to say Corey Sandhagen can't, but I feel like Corey Sandhagen, you look at people like O'Malley, okay? He's known for his striking. Same with Peter Yan. Merab's known for his aggressive wrestling. Umar is known for his wrestling. Corey's kind of known for like being really good everywhere, but I think what stops Corey from being at the very, very top is the ability to be amazing at one particular thing. He's not amazing at one particular thing. He's just really good at everything. And when you kind of run into these guys that are really good at that, but have that extra edge in that one area, that's what kind of separates Corey from number 1 and number 3. Okay, because Corey's always been like number 3 or 4. That's what I think anyway. Enough about Corey. Umar's going to be able to keep Merab at range, and I feel like whenever Merab shoots in, I feel like Umar's going to be able to get some sort of reversals within the clinch. If Merab has him up against the cage, I feel like Umar's going to be able to get trips that way. I just see Umar, like his scrambles in the Sandhagen fight were elite, and I think that's the way to go for him in this fight, is to be able to scramble, end up on top, and pick at range while you can. Pick your moments on the feet to be able to get damage. If it's the first 2 minutes of the fight are on the feet, pick at range and get points that way. And then if you're just standing up, you have to give that round to whoever's winning on the feet, in my opinion. That's what I kind of see happening is Umar being able to pick at range, pick his moments on the feet, whenever Merab shoots in, stuff or counter a takedown, and I think he's going to be able to do that throughout the fight. I'm going with a 49-46 Umar in this one. I always used to bet against these Dagestanis. I'm fucking done with it now after the Umar Corey fight. They're all gonna win. They're all just so good, and I've had enough of it now. I've had enough of it. So let me know what you think about this fight below. Thanks for watching.